welcome to Storytime at the library. So today we are going to read a story called Polar Bear, What Do You Hear by Bill Martin Jr. But to start off, let's sing a song, an opening song to welcome everyone to Storytime. And you can sing along too if you know the words. We clap and say hello, we clap and say hello. With our friends at Storytime, we clap and say hello. We wave and say hello, we wave and say hello. With our friends at Storytime, we wave and say hello. We stomp and say hello, we stomp and say hello. With our friends at Storytime, we stomp and say hello. Okay, perfect. So, Polar Bear, what do you hear? I also have my trusty polar bear here as well to help us read the story. He's just gonna sit right here. All right, so Polar Bear, what do you hear? I hear a lion roaring in my ear, says the polar bear. Lion, what do you hear? I hear a hippopotamus snorting in my ear, says the lion. Hippopotamus, what do you hear? I hear a flamingo fluting in my ear, says the hippopotamus. Flamingo, what do you hear? I hear a zebra braying in my ear. Zebra, what do you hear? I hear a boa constrictor hissing in my ear. What do you think so far, polar bear? He thinks it's good. Boa constrictor, what do you hear? I hear an elephant trumpeting in my ear. Big elephant. Elephant, what do you hear? I hear a leopard snarling in my ear. Leopard, what do you hear? I hear a peacock yelping in my ear. Peacock, what do you hear? I hear a walrus bellowing in my ear. Oh, the big walrus. Walrus, what do you hear? I hear a zookeeper whistling in my ear. The zookeeper, have you been to the zoo? It's pretty fun there. Polar bear, have you been to a zoo? He says he has, but he doesn't like it there very much. Zookeeper, what do you hear? I hear children, he says, growling like a polar bear, roaring like a lion, snorting like a hippopotamus, fluting like a flamingo, braying like a zebra, hissing like a boa constrictor, trumpeting like an elephant, snarling like a leopard, yelping like a peacock, and bellowing like a walrus. That's what I hear. Okay, so that's the end of our story time today. Thank you so much for coming. But before we leave, let's sing our goodbye song. Okay, and you can sing along if you know the words as well. We clap and say goodbye. We clap and say goodbye. With our friends at Storytime, we clap and say goodbye. We wave and say goodbye. We wave and say goodbye. With our friends at Storytime, we wave and say goodbye. We stomp and say goodbye. We stomp and say goodbye. With our friends at Storytime, we stomp and say goodbye. Thank you so much for coming to Storytime. Don't forget that reading with your kids is a great learning experience, and I hope you enjoyed this little story time, and stay tuned for more to come. Thanks, and see you next time. Bye.